Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cody is arrested as his bad boy streak continues, but he finds new love as a result of his reckless behavior. General Hospital spoilers state that Cody Bell will continue to strive to find out what his future holds without Sasha Gilmore Corbin by his side. Cody has accepted Sasha as his cousin, but the pain of losing his love has not fully subsided. That could lead to Cody continuing his bad boy streak as 2025 begins. Cody is certain to have another run-in with the law in the coming weeks, so GH viewers should expect him to be arrested. Fortunately, Cody's risky actions will provide some unexpected benefits. Cody's mischief will result in some financial gains, and his reckless deeds may also lead to love. Cody is working on a new romance, but who will be the next woman to grab his heart? Lulu Spencer makes the most sense given how the GH writers have set things up so far. From the minute Lulu hopped into Cody's car as a surprise hitchhiker, it was clear that these two would eventually meet. Of course, Cody is Dante Falconeri's best buddy, which may make the scenario even more soapy. Lulu definitely still loves Dante and would welcome the opportunity to reunite with him under other circumstances. However, Lulu understands that she must walk lightly because Dante moved on with Sam McCall while she was in a coma. It's complicated now because Dante is grieving Sam's death and the years they could have spent together if she had survived. While Lulu waits for Dante to be ready for another opportunity, she may fall for Cody in the interim. Cody and Lulu may have some chemistry, and our predictions suggest that they could be a good match once they start opening up to one another. In Cody's approaching legal situation, perhaps Lulu will come to his rescue and assist him get out of a sticky hole. However, Lulu could find herself in the same situation as him. According to General Hospital spoilers, Cody has some romantic updates coming up, so keep an eye out for updates on his troublemaking habits and any love life advancements. Weeping Willow turns bitter, just like Nellie? According to General Hospital, Willow Corinthos will soon discover that her hero Drew Quartermain slept with her mother Nina Reeves. Willow goes scorched earth after discovering that both of her loved ones have betrayed her. The question is, how lethal will Willow become? We know she has the devil in her since she shares DNA with Nellie Benson. Should fans prepare themselves for Nellie 2.0? General Hospital spoilers, will Willow Tate turn into Nellie Bell? Willow may have already begun her downward spiral by sleeping with her husband's uncle. Now the entire community knows what happened and that she cheated on Michael Corinthos. Willow had presented Michael with separation papers and insisted on spending the Christmas with Drew at Nina's home. Who else was waiting for Willow to overhear Drew and Nina discuss their indiscretions? There's no reason for her to keep up the charming angel act, and we anticipate that her demise will send her down the wrong path. General Hospital spoilers, Willow Tate's angel act is up when Willow finds Drew and Nina's hookups. She realizes she has lost her husband, lover, and mother all at once. Willow could find out the dreadful truth by walking in on Nina and Drew fighting. Because lying and cheating dogs do not change overnight. GH spoilers, how far will Willow Tate fall? And who is to say Drew won't cheat on someone new? Much has been said about him being a true, ruthless Quartermain, so we don't put anything past him at this time. Unfortunately, if Willow decides to give Michael another chance, she will face challenges. Michael had revenge sex with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, who is now pregnant, and Michael's portrayer, Chad Duell, is quitting the series. General Hospital spoilers, Michael Corinthos is leaving Port Charles when Willow learns what a mess she's made for herself. She may break and become an exact replica of bitter Nellie Benson. Lucas Jones compared Willow to Nellie last week, which could be proof of this transition. Do you want Willow to become a bad girl after all the upheaval she's caused, General Hospital fans? The future of Sasha and Michael, will they depart Port Charles together? General Hospital spoilers and updates reveal that recent developments are set to give Sophia Matson's character, Sasha Corbin, a good cause to leave Port Charles. This follows the recent cancellation of numerous characters from the popular soap show. Interestingly, many fans believe Sasha's impending departure is directly related to another character's departure. General Hospital spoilers, many recent revelations about Sasha Gilmore. Sasha has been a member of General Hospital since 2018, brought to life by actress Matson. In a startling twist in 2022, her sister, Helena Matson, stepped in to play the character for a brief period while Sophia was on maternity leave. Fans have recently speculated about Sasha's possible exit from the program, particularly in light of the departures of several other characters. According to Monsters and critics, Sasha has recently been the heart of some intriguing plots and developments. Raised by her grandmother, it was later discovered that she is the daughter of Robert Scorpio and Holly Sutton. Spoilers, Sasha Corbin's friendship with Willow Corinthos turned sour. Sasha's relationship with Willow Corinthos changed radically once her romance with Drew Quartermaine was revealed. Following a difficult evening, Sasha turned to Michael Corinthos for assistance, and after drinking heavily, they slept together. In a recent sneak peek, Sasha stated her plan to leave Port Charles, having earlier revealed to Maxie Jones that she is carrying a child. According to Celebrating the Soaps, Sasha was originally nervous about revealing her pregnancy to Brando Corbin, who was overjoyed to find they were expecting a child, Liam Mike Corbin. However, there were rumors back in November that Michael might not be as excited, and as of this writing, she has yet to reveal the baby's paternity. General Hospital spoilers, Chad Duell recently announced he's leaving the show. If Sasha decides to go, it may open up a slew of exciting stories. There's a chance she'll leave Port Charles with Michael in some way. On the other side, she could choose to leave on her own terms, or she could try to promote someone else as the prospective father. This conjecture arose with the revelation of Chad Duell's resignation from General Hospital, and it has been established that there are no plans to recast his role. Spoilers, Michael Corinthos may be written off the series. Michael will leave the series, but it is unclear how he may be restricted to off-screen remarks, as Hamilton Finn is. If Sasha decides to go, it lends credence to the theory that they will depart the show at the same time or very close together, implying that Sophia will also leave. Some fans even suggest that this is a tactic to bring the characters together, which is plausible given that they were previously engaged. On the other hand, it could pave the way for new story arcs, such as investigating the consequences of Michael informing his wife, Willow, of this information. General Hospital's Top 3 Moms of 2024. Who is the finest mother on General Hospital in 2024? The moms at General Hospital have had a busy year. They've dealt with death, absent fathers returning, children at conflict with one another, and so much more. Here are the top 3 moms for 2024. Alexis is the second runner-up for the top mom spot. The mother of Sam, Christina, and Molly is not flawless, but she has managed the stress of 2024 fairly well. When Christina became Molly's surrogate, Alexis recognized it was a horrible choice but still supported her daughters. She did her hardest to remain objective when the girls started fighting and sobbed with both of them when the baby died. Does she occasionally pay more attention to Christina? Probably, but she adores Molly and makes every effort to support her. The worst thing that can happen to a mother is to lose her child. When Sam died unexpectedly, Alexis was distraught. Her reaction and her words to Sam at her bedside were heartbreaking. She loves those girls as much as any mother could. First runner-up. Despite Sam's terrible death, she remains the first runner-up for 2024. Sam and Dante created the happiest home for all 3 of their children. Danny, Scout, and Rocco have all had a parent go missing, imprisoned, or in a coma in recent years. The 2 adults in their lives built a loving family for them, which will never be the same without Sam. Sam adored Rocco as much as her own children. She cared so much about him that she agreed to be a donor for his mother, which ended up costing her life. Elizabeth is the winner of the 2024 Best Mom Award. She has arguably been the best mother in Port Charles during the last few years. Liz has 3 boys. Cameron's father died before he was born, Jake's father has gone missing twice for years at a period, and Aiden's father has been absent for the majority of his childhood. Elizabeth raised her boys on her own while working as head nurse at GH. She's doing an excellent job because all 3 are doing well and pursuing their aspirations. Liz demonstrated her excellent parenting skills when Jason and Lucky arrived to Port Charles. She did not strive to separate the boys from their fathers. She supported them in developing relationships with their fathers, regardless of what they had done. This requires strength, courage, and understanding. Elizabeth possesses all three, which is why she is 2024's best mother. Who do you believe was the finest GH mom in 2024? Please let us know in the comments. Laura Wright reflects on her professional and personal 2024. New Year's Eve is the ideal moment to reflect on the events of the previous year as you prepare to embark on a new one, and General Hospital star Laura Wright, Carly, did just that on December 31st. In a pair of Instagram videos, the Emmy Award-winning actress highlighted highlights from her professional and personal lives over the last 365 days. GH, baby, she thrilled. I am so grateful to all of the GH fans for their love and support. Let's go 2025! I love you guys. Set to the Dolly Parton classic 9 to 5, Wright's look back at the previous year of work includes posing for an ABC picture session, selfies from her dressing room, and different industry events, as well as the Daytime Emmy Awards. There are also some entertaining backstage photos from the GH set, like as one of Josh Swickard, Chase, giggling at Wright while she sits next to him on the couch, all covered up. There are also photos from the Quartermaine Christmas party, in which she, Caitlin McMullen, and Cameron Matheson appear to be smiling much more than Carly, Willow, and Drew do on TV. Wright posted another highlight video about her personal life and activities away from the ABC studio. Just a few of my favorites from 2024, she wrote beside the video. So grateful. The clips show her with her real-life beau Wes Ramsey, ex-Peter, and her children Lauren and John. The photos capture memorable holidays in Hawaii and Lake Tahoe, as well as unique moments with friends and family, including their beloved dog, Kimba. This is exactly what these photographs and video snippets show, set to Roddle Duff's Good Days. Here's to an even better 2025. The 7 largest soap recasts of 2024 and 4 characters who should have been recast. Soap Hub recalls the biggest recasts of 2024. Who creates your list? Recastings on daytime soap operas are challenging. They make the medium tough and unpredictable, but they are also unavoidable. Will the audience approve or reject them? There is an art to recasting, and in 2024, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, The Bold and the Beautiful, and The Young and the Restless mostly lived up to and beyond expectations. However, we expected some roles to be recast, but they were not. So, here are the top 7 soap recasts of the year, as well as 4 characters who should have been recast but were not. Perhaps in 2025? 7 biggest soap recasts. Number 1, Alexa Havens as Lulu Spencer. GH dominates this list more than any other soap. In 2024, the show experimented with recasting a few times, and it mostly worked. However, Alexis Havens had one of the most difficult occupations. Julie Berman and Emmy Rylan were challenging to follow. However, the All My Children alum promptly took over the role as soon as Lulu awoke from her coma. Number 2, Rebecca Budig as Taylor Hayes. B&B nearly shocked its viewers with one of its remote location extravaganzas. Brooke and Ridge were in Monte Carlo to relaunch Brooke's bedroom line via a big social media campaign. Taylor was spying on Brooke and Ridge from afar. The show even went old school with an official voiceover saying, the role of Dr. Taylor Hayes is now being played by Rebecca Budig. It was a spectacular entrance that foreshadowed a resurgence of the old Logan against Forrester feud. Number 3, Adam J. Harrington as Agent John Jagger Cates. GH Jagger hadn't appeared in Port Charles since the 1990s. The problem was that Antonio Sabato Jr. was no longer portraying the role he had originated. Instead, Adam J. Harrington was pulled from primetime to play the Jagger 2.0 version. The individual was now an FBI agent with a personal grudge against Sonny. John spent much of his time on the show shouting and being 17 steps behind everyone else. Sonny eventually kills Jagger in cold blood, providing a dismal conclusion for the character. Number 4, Sherry Jimenez as Gabby Hernandez. Days after Camila Banus left Days in 2023, Gabby Hernandez remained in jail far longer than she should have, given that she had not committed the crime. Meanwhile, Stefan kept mentioning Gabby's safety from Clyde in prison and how she injured her leg. Unfortunately, we witnessed none of this risk. When it came time to release Gabby, a fresh actor took over her position. Sherry Jimenez has done an excellent job with Gabby as she navigates cheating on Stefan with EJ, a divorce, and now a potential reunion between Gabby and JJ. Number 5 Crew Morrow as Will Spencer, B&B. When an older Will Spencer returned to Los Angeles from boarding school, Crew Morrow quickly charmed fans with his excellent looks, casual charm, and winning charisma. What we like about Will is how protective he is of his mother, and he is fully aware of the damage his father has caused. Nonetheless, he is prepared to mend their relationship. And we're eager to watch how he handles the mounting issue with Elektra and Remy. He may have to go into hero mode to quell Remy's obsession with Elektra. Number 6 Van Hansis as Lucas Jones, GH. We're overjoyed that GH has brought back Dr. Lucas Jones. His reunions with numerous family members and acquaintances resulted in delightful scenes. The tension and chemistry between Lucas and Brad are still present. He helped to refocus attention on the hospital aspect of GH. Also, the way Lucas confronted Willow and made her answer for her behavior with Drew was simply amazing. Van Hansis as Lucas is an excellent rendition. Number 7 Braden Brunner as Emma Drake, GH. This surprise recast occurred soon before the end of 2024, when Emma Drake appeared in Rice Plaza and then at Maxie's apartment. We didn't expect Emma to return on a permanent basis, but we're delighted the program decided to include her. Braden Brunner is already off to a great start. Let's see how she goes in 2025. For characters who should have been recast: 1. Spencer Cassadine. Where is Spencer? We had great hopes that Trina's mourning for Spencer would not last long because he would eventually return to her. And now there is an opportunity here. Trina is getting closer to a new guy. Spencer is discovered just as Trina and Kai are getting serious about their romance. And, as much as we adore Nicholas Alexander Chavez, his post-GH career is taking off, necessitating a recast. Number 2 Thomas Forrester. We honestly never expected Thomas to go to Paris and stay there. And now the Logan Forrester fight is taking place without him. Plus, Hope is with Carter. He'd have thoughts. Thomas's perspective is required. Let's hope that a recast occurs in 2025. Number 3 Abigail DiMera. Her name has been referenced numerous times in 2024. There was an imposter who claimed to be her. They have not located her body. It's time to recast her or bring back Marcy Miller, the last actress who played Abigail. Number 4 Christian Newman. Calling Christian Newman. We believe he spent the holidays alone since his father is on high alert to safeguard Sharon. How about sourcing the kid and reintroducing him to the landscape? What is happening at General Hospital today? With all of the drama that takes place in this imaginary town of Port Charles, you never know what will happen next. Fortunately, we have an update on the General Hospital spoilers you need to know. What is happening at General Hospital today? For those who need a refresher, General Hospital was on fire this week. It all started on Monday, when Elizabeth made a major discovery. Isaiah provided Lucky some helpful counsel, while Christina thanked Lucas for his information. Ava also sought out Laura, while Trina showed Kai something unique. On Tuesday, General Hospital aired an encore episode in which Tracy was astonished by what she said. Laura embarked on a new mission, and Anna also requested Rober's assistance. Jason also listened to Brennan's words, while Brooklyn and Chase had a much-needed conversation. So what's going on at General Hospital today? We have the answer for you. General Hospital will play an encore episode from September in which Carly and Brennan share a memorable encounter. Portia too feels on edge as Terry justifies her conduct. Elizabeth will express her doubts, while Curtis will give TJ something to ponder about. General Hospital spoilers: Curtis gives TJ something to think about. In the Thursday, January 2nd episode, Anna delivers a threat, Ava seeks Alexis' assistance, and Michael is taken aback. Lulu is frustrated, while Willow receives an invitation she can't resist. Finally, on Friday, January 3rd, Sonny can't help but worry what's next for his future, as Michael tries to take advantage of an opportunity. Also, Charlotte will make a decision as Jason declines an offer. If that isn't enough, Sasha plans to confide in Felicia. You won't want to miss any of this. General Hospital, a turn in Sonny Corinthos' life. Sonny Corinthos, the famed Port Charles businessman and coffee importer, life changes dramatically as his health becomes a major concern. In an episode that will reverberate throughout his close-knit neighborhood, Sonny finds himself reflecting on not just his physical well-being, but also the weight of his responsibilities and the future of his business. A sudden warning. Sonny found himself alone in his homeroom late one evening, following an emotional talk with his daughter, Christina Corinthos Davis. The conversation with Christina had been emotionally heated but rewarding, a rare moment of vulnerability between father and daughter. Sonny lingered after Christina went to bed, sipping whiskey and glancing at the family portraits on the mantel. Then, without warning, he felt a searing, piercing ache in his chest. Sonny grimaced and pushed his hand to his chest, trying to breathe despite the unexpected discomfort. His heart raced frantically, causing beads of sweat to form on his forehead. For a brief time, he considered calling for help, but pride and years of overcoming adversity muted the instinct. He stood there, anchored to the spot, his gaze drawn to the stairway where Christina had vanished seconds ago. "Not tonight," Sonny whispered under his breath, hoping the ache would disappear. After a few minutes that felt like hours, the anguish subsided, leaving an uncomfortable soreness. Sonny shrugged it off, dismissing it as stress or exhaustion, and went about his night, but the terror stayed. Shadows from the past. The next morning, Sonny was alone in his office at Pozzolo's restaurant, contemplating the consequences of what had occurred. At over 60, Sonny was no stranger to stress. Over the years, he had established himself as a man who could manage anything, from competing crime leaders to family difficulties. But something felt odd. His thoughts turned to his late father, Mike Corbin, whose own health issues had eventually claimed him. Was Sonny going along the same path? Sonny had always been aware of his health, but he had never felt totally invincible. The experience with his chest ailment made him wonder if the years of living on the edge were finally catching up to him. His seemingly opulent lifestyle was fraught with stressors, juggling his legitimate businesses, maintaining his underground empire, and negotiating the complex web of relationships with his family. Add to it the recent death of Sam McCall, a woman he had once adored, and the tensions became almost unbearable. A family in crisis. Sonny wasn't the only one dealing with the consequences of recent events. His family was in turmoil. His son, Michael Corinthos, was dealing with his own set of issues, including a troubled relationship with Willow Tate and a lack of faith in his father. Meanwhile, his stepdaughter, Jocelyn Jacks, was mourning the unexpected and strange murder of Dex Heller, a guy she had grown to care about. Even Dante Falconeri, Sonny's son and a respected Port Charles detective, appeared to be bothered by the Corinthos family's constant upheaval. The shadow of Sam's death hung over all of them. Her untimely death, followed by Dex's equally shocking demise, had instilled a sense of anxiety and fear. Both fatalities were very identical, with preliminary investigations indicating that they were caused by digitalis intoxication. Face the truth. Sonny ultimately decided to seek medical attention after experiencing yet another episode of chest pain while alone at Volanino's gym. The pain forced him to his knees, and for the first time, he was truly afraid for his life. This time, he summoned Dante, who rushed to his father's side and persuaded him to visit the hospital. Sonny underwent several tests at General Hospital. Dr. Portia Robinson, who had been a trusted family physician over the years, presented the preliminary findings. "Sonny, you have angina," Portia stated, her tone stern yet caring. "This is a warning indication. If you do not take this seriously, it may result in a heart attack. We need to make some adjustments, diet, stress management, and even medication." Sonny nodded, his look impassive but his thoughts racing. Changes? In his line of business, tension was as continuous as the oxygen he breathed. How could he slow down without jeopardizing what he had accomplished? The weight of leadership. Back at Pozzolo's, Sonny gathered his closest buddies. Jason Morgan's absence was felt greatly, but Sonny's steadfast enforcer, Brick, and longtime ally, Diane Miller, were present to provide support. "I've been told I need to slow down," Sonny said, pacing the room. "But how can I do that when all we've worked for relies on me maintaining control?" Brick leaned forwards, his expression serious. "Boss, you have created an empire. Perhaps it's time to delegate more. We have people we can trust to handle things." Diane nodded in agreement. Sonny, your health is your most valuable possession. Without you, there would be no empire. You've taught us all well, let us share some of the load. A new perspective. As time passed, Sonny began to make tiny modifications. He gave Britt greater tasks and even entrusted Christina with additional chores at Charlie's pub. Her eagerness and commitment to make the pub a success gave Sonny a sense of accomplishment and optimism for the future. However, Sonny's tranquility was short-lived. According to reports, Cyrus Renault, a longtime rival, has resumed operations. To make matters worse, the inquiry into Dex's death found that it was not an accident, it was murder. The notion that a killer was targeting those close to him reawakened Sonny's protective instincts. I can't let this go unanswered, Sonny told Dante over a late-night talk at the gym. Whoever did this is sending a message, and I'm going to find out what it is. Michael Corinthos found himself standing in the dimly lighted hallway of Diane Miller's office, a weight crushing against his chest. It wasn't physical, but rather the emotional toll of his life spiraling out of control. Diane, the sharp and no-nonsense attorney, had just quizzed him on if he had any skeletons in his closet that could damage her ability to represent him in the impending custody battle. Michael had brushed her off with a vague excuse about needing to make a phone call, but the fact was that he lacked the guts to confront her probing questions, not yet, at least. Michael hurriedly pulled his phone out of his pocket and dialed Sasha Gilmore's number. The ringing seemed never-ending, with each chime serving as a reminder of their rash mistake. Finally, Sasha's voice broke through the line, tentative yet warm. Michael? Is everything okay? She inquired, her tone expressing astonishment and concern. I need to talk to you, Michael continued, his voice strained. Can we meet? It's important. Sasha pondered for a bit before agreeing. Okay, where do you want to meet? They settled on a secluded cafe away from the prying gaze of Port Charles residents. Michael knew that if anyone saw them together, the gossip mill would start churning, and he didn't need any more hassles. When Michael arrived at the cafe, Sasha was already seated in a quiet corner, her hands wrapped around a steaming cup of coffee. She looked up as he approached, her face a mix of wonder and anxiety. Thanks for meeting me, Michael replied, taking the seat across from her. He ran his hand through his hair, evidently unable to find the appropriate words. Michael, you're scaring me, Sasha replied, nervously laughing. What is going on? Michael took a big breath. Diane has been pressuring me about any information that could jeopardize my case if it goes to court. He paused, looking down at the table. I haven't told her about us. Sasha's cheeks turned pale. What about us? She repeated, her voice barely above a whisper. About what happened between us, Michael explained. He couldn't complete his statement, the night we... Sasha nodded, acknowledging the implication. The night they turned to one another for comfort, both vulnerable and seeking solace, was a mistake they promised to keep hidden. But now, with the stakes so high, the secret hung over them like a storm cloud. Do you believe it'll come out? Sasha asked carefully. I don't know, Michael confessed. But if it happens, it may ruin everything. Willow has gone through so much already. I cannot risk losing Wiley or Amelia for something that could have been avoided. Sasha's heart fell. Michael, I have something to tell you too, she said, her voice shaking. Michael looked up, his brow furrowed. What is it? Sasha instinctively reached for her stomach, and Michael's eyes widened with awareness. Are you, he began, his voice scarcely audible. Sasha nodded, tears welling in her eyes. I am pregnant, Michael. And it is yours. As Michael pondered her words, the world appeared to shift on its axis. Pregnant. His child. The ramifications hit him like a tidal wave, crashing into every part of his already chaotic life. He sat back in his chair and ran a palm over his face, attempting to gather his thoughts. Does anyone know? He inquired finally. Sasha shakes her head. There is no one. I haven't told anyone. I wasn't sure how to tell you. I didn't expect this, Michael. I know you weren't either. Michael nodded slowly. No, I wasn't. But we're in this now, and we'll sort things out together. Sasha's gaze scanned his face for signs of resentment or fury, but all she found was determination. Michael's dedication to his family was solid, and she was confident he would not forsake her or their child. However, the issue was far from straightforward. How about Willow? Sasha questioned hesitantly. You are still married to her, and she is going through so much during her rehabilitation. I don't want to make it worse for her. Michael's expression clouded. I'm not sure how she will take it. But I can't keep this from her indefinitely. She deserves the truth, even if it hurts. Willow Corinthos sat in the nursery of Quartermain Mansion, watching Amelia sleep. Her rehabilitation had been slow and difficult, but she was determined to regain strength for her children. Michael had been a steady source of comfort, but she had seen a growing gap between them, as if he was carrying a weight he couldn't share. When Michael returned home later that evening, his face was furrowed with anxiety. Willow looked up from the couch where she was reading and realized something was wrong. Michael, what is it? She inquired, putting her book aside. Michael hesitated, his heart beating against his chest. He knew he needed to tell her, but the words were like lead in his throat. Willow, there's something I need to tell you, he began, taking a seat beside her. And it's not going to be easy to hear. Willow's expression clenched with worry. Michael, you scare me. Just tell me. Michael grasped her hands in his, bracing himself for the consequences. Sasha is pregnant. And the baby is mine. The room grew silent, and the weight of his confession hung in the air. Willow's eyes welled up with tears, and she pulled her hands away, throwing her arms around herself like a barrier against the pain. I don't know what to say, she said, her voice breaking. Michael reached for her, but she retreated. Willow, I am so sorry. It was a mistake, and I regret having hurt you. But I'm going to accept responsibility for this child, just like I have with Wiley and Amelia. Willow shook her head, tears falling down her cheeks. I need time to comprehend this, Michael. I can't do it right now. As Michael's world crumbled, Sasha struggled with her own concerns about what this revelation meant for her future and her child. Meanwhile, Diane Miller, the ever-vigilant attorney, prepared for the custody struggle ahead, completely unaware of the bombshells that had yet to be revealed. The intricate web of secrets and emotions threatened to swallow everyone involved, and the consequences would leave no one unharmed. But for now, Michael, Sasha, and Willow could only brace themselves for the impending storm, hoping without hope that they could weather it together. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.